to our Feel Good workout. This is streamed live on my YouTube channel at Feel Good with Lavina. Please make sure you hit that important subscribe button, then you'll get notified of all the new content that I'm putting up every time I go live as well. This session is also streamed on Zoom. I have an amazing Zoom community, many of which I can see on the screen. Good morning to anyone on Zoom. If you'd like to join us, please subscribe to my free newsletter on my website, feelgoodwithlavina.com, and that will give you the Zoom details and a special WhatsApp group where I communicate session reminders, any changes, and I also send out saved session links as well. So great to see you all wherever you are in the world. Comment, let me know how you get on. And even if you can't do an exercise, remember to pick one that's suitable to you. Today I'm on my own. My mother-in-law is unfortunately not able to join me. So I will be demonstrating seated and standing exercises. One of my Zoom participants, who's a regular, Taruna Auntie, has just shown the Feel Good Fit, my book, which we're actually going to be using during the session. This is available on all online retailers, in stores as well. It's often on discount on Amazon, so you could order it on Prime and get it tomorrow if you haven't got a copy. And I'll be showing you how easy it is to pick some snacks from the book, Exercise Snacking. We're going to put it into a big workout covering my Feel Good Fitness prescription. And the book also has QR codes straight to videos. So all you have to do is take a photo with phone camera and it will take you to videos explaining the exercises as well. But as always, we start with a breath snack. Today, I'm going to do something slightly different, but we are going to take a seat and we're just going to follow. Normally, I pick a snack out of the book. Today, we're just going to tune into our breath because we are always rushing around. I want you to maybe just circle out the shoulders, just close your eyes and just focus on your breath. We're going to take it really simple today. And just focus on maybe breathing in through your nose. Relax those shoulders down. Breathing in through the nose, taking lovely, long, positive inhales, and then breathe out through the nose or the mouth. I talk about nasal breathing and its benefits in the book. Everything is backed by science, so you can have a read. But right now, I just want you to tune into your breath. It sometimes helps to place a hand on your belly and one hand on your chest so that you can really expand that breath. And we're trying to kick in our parasympathetic nervous system. So that's the nervous system, the side that helps us rest, relax, digest, prepare us for this lovely workout and get us away from that fight or flight mode, which we're often in, where the heart rate's up, we're running around. Our breathing is also really quick, but here we're going to take lovely big breaths. And I just want you to visualize each breath filling you with positivity as you inhale, and then long exhales, releasing any tension, any negativity, and really expand. So breathe in as long as you can, and breathe out as deep, as long, a lovely big release. So try and really focus on the breath in, and you'll get to a point where breath ends. You may pause before you breathe out, and we're going to focus on our breath like a new beginning, breathing in, and an end to all the worries, breathing out. Just visualizing that lovely long breath. We're just going to do a couple more deep breaths here. Really simple technique. Just giving yourself that mindful minute, explained in the book, to reset the nervous system, to calm the body and the mind. Inhaling, exhaling. One last really deep breath. Filling positivity and releasing negativity. I want you to keep your eyes closed, keep that deep breathing going, and I'm going to just open my book. You can keep your eyes closed, Keep breathing. I'm going to go to page 277, and I wanted to show you the daily affirmation snack. So I want you to just think about a positive statement that you can give yourself and repeat to yourself today. This is going to really help to motivate you, boost your self-esteem, and encourage some positive changes. So some examples are, I am confident and capable at what I do. Today, I'm going to tackle everything bravely, calmly, and with confidence. Another one is, I choose to be happy. And I really like this one. I'm resilient, strong, and brave, and I can't be destroyed. So maybe should we pick that one? Let's say that just in your mind. I am resilient, strong, and brave, and can't be destroyed. There's a whole bunch of different affirmations here over the page with its benefits, with its top tips that are all in my book. So just have that in your mind today. Let's rub our hands together, generate some heat, and then place hopefully over your closed eyes, and just give yourself that moment. Breath in, a big smile to your beautiful faces, and then when you're ready, you're going to breathe out, release the hands away, and see how you feel. So we have the option, when I'm talking, explaining, giving you rest, to do a seated march, maybe with your arms, or a standing march. We can really pick up the pace, and we can go a little bit faster, a little bit more challenging to raise the heart rate, to keep us warm, because it's getting chilly in the UK already. It's just September, but it's feeling like winter today. So I'm going to turn to page 154. I will put the page numbers in the YouTube detailed description for you. This is the daily wake up snack. So I'm going to run you through this, and we're going to try, and this one is actually a floor-based first exercise. We're not going to do that one. We're going to do a fitness salutation with a sunflower, but we're going to do a slightly different one to make it accessible for this workout. We're going to take a lovely big positive inhale and a lovely big exhale. Then we're going to link our hands on opposite elbows, and seated or standing, I'll show you the standing version. We're going to literally come forward into a forward fold. Relax the head, neck, and spine, and then we're going to grow up one side like a beautiful sunflower, inhaling, and then exhaling, calming down the other side. And then you're going to rotate the other direction, inhaling and exhaling. So we're going to do this little flow 3 times. I'm going to show you it seated now. So keep going if you're standing. When you're ready, a big positive inhale. So this is our feel good finish, but we're just building it into our sunflower. So we're going to do 1 feel good finish, and then 1 sunflower each direction. So I did take a positive inhale and an exhale, and then a nice sunflower. And if you're just sunflowering, really think about opening out your spine, lengthening. Think of growing towards the sunlight like a sunflower. So this is really mobilizing the spine, getting ourselves ready to loosen up the joints, release any tension, get the circulation flowing, boosting our mood, and feeling fresh and ready for today's workout. So I hope you enjoyed that one. The next exercise in the daily wake up snack is actually a warrior from yoga. So if you're comfortable, you can do the warrior seated or standing. I'm going to show you the standing version first. We're going to have 1 foot turned out in the direction away from you. The other foot, I've got quite a nice wide stance, so I can do this seated too. The other foot, the toes are facing forwards, and you're going to check that this foot that's turned out, the heel, is kind of in line with the arch of the other foot, if that makes sense. Some of you know yoga warrior. You can lift your arms up. Take a nice positive strong stance. Depending on your knees or depending on your body, you could then maybe try and lunge into that front leg. You're going to bend it. You're going to check. This is why I've got a nice long distance between my feet, that this knee is not going beyond those toes. And I'm going to hold, and I'm going to be a nice strong warrior with my arms, shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to look over that bent leg, that arm in front, like I'm on top of a mountain, a really strong warrior. I'm going to show you that seated. I've just sat down with a similar distance between the legs, and you can slightly lean forwards, but just try and hold. We're going to hold and breathe for about 10 more seconds. If you need to relax, I can already feel my arms working. If you need to relax, you come out of it. We're going to count down together. 8, 7, 6, keep it nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You could then straighten that leg, give yourself a little break, or flow straight into this position. So we're going to lift the arm up and the other arm slides down that leg. I'm going to show you even here. I'm just reaching up. I've got a lovely side stretch here coming all the way down, reversing that warrior, coming back to the middle. I'm seated or standing. We've got the legs straight. This time the front arm is going to come down the leg, the front leg, and the other arm can come nice straight, like a straight line between this hand and that leg. You can look up to that hand. It's another lovely twist for the body. We are breathing through. We're using that deep breath that we did at the beginning. Stomach muscles are tight. And then when you're ready, relax the arms down. Woo, give that a little shake. How did that feel? So we're giving ourselves some strong poses to start the work today. I'm bringing in a bit of yoga, which I love. The book has all the benefits. We're going to do that on the other side now. So again, this time it's the other foot that's turning out and the other foot is pointing forwards. Yep, think about a nice wide stance. Even if you're seated, you could just position your legs nice and wide. We're opening out the hips. And then some of you have already gone in on Zoom. Otherwise, you're going to straighten out the arms, maybe bend that front knee, making sure that knee is not beyond those front toes. I've got a lovely long stance. I'm going to relax the shoulders, but lift the arms shoulder height. Look over the other arm now, as if you're on top of a mountain. You are a strong warrior. This matches our lovely affirmation that we took at the beginning, the daily affirmation snack, which I encourage you to do. It's in the mental health section of my book. Let's count down. 8, 7, do what you can. 6, 5, 4, good. 3, deep breaths. 2, and 1. And then maybe straighten that leg. We're going to come down the front side, opening. Just do what you can. So if I'm seated here, I'm getting a lovely side stretch. You can give me a wave, those of you on Zoom here. Lovely little waves. Beautiful to see you all. And then relaxing. We're going to come back to the middle and we're going to go to the other side. So we're opening out and looking up maybe to that arm. Core is tight, so your belly button's towards your spine. Deep breath. This is, I know, a little bit different, but every workout is different. When you're ready, relax it down. You have hundreds saved on YouTube. Again, you have the option to rest or to get your steps in here in between. This is number 3 of the daily wake up snack. We're going to start with squats. So we're going straight into, and these are just 5 exercises in this snack that kind of covers you for a really good start of the day. It wakes up the whole body. We're going to go into our sit and stands. Now, I'd recommend you just do these body weight because we will be doing lots more squats. So just warm the muscles up. Only do body weight. If you know what you're doing, you can start your sit and stands. For those that are new, I always show different options. So if you can't stand for whatever reason, you may be working from home, you may be unable to stand. I have care homes, people with disabilities, lack of mobility, after operations joining. Leg extensions are a great option. So you could do these anytime you're sitting too long on the sofa as well. Lifting up leg, focusing on these quad muscles at the front of your thighs. This is level 1. You could add a hold in here, really strengthening. Second exercise, second option is to hold onto the chair. Have your knees going out in line with your toes, always going out. My feet are just outside my shoulder width, and I'm going to use the chair to come up. I can see my toes. I'm just coming up with support. This is level 2. Level 3, which some of my Zoom participants that are able to are already doing, is sitting and standing. Unaided here. So squeezing those glutes. Are you checking your form? This is a good time to check our form before we go into the main squat section of our workout today, because this workout is definitely going to be more lower body focus. Last week we did more upper body focus. So I want you to check your form right now. Can you see your toes? Are you squeezing up? Are your knees going out in line with your toes? If you get tired, some of you on Zoom, just go into a few leg extensions or march it out. Can we do a couple more? I'm just going to show you from the side that my body stays nice and upright. So I don't come forward with my chest. I just try and use my legs to really come down, squeeze up. Stomach muscles are tight. Inhale, exhale. It's just body weight. We haven't got any extra weight we're holding. Relax there. You've probably done quite a few squats or leg extensions. March it out. We are also covering in this daily wake-up snack, which could just be the perfect thing for homework to try and do every day, maybe even 3 times a week, is press-ups. So I want you to go. I can see my mum on Zoom as well this morning. We were talking about press-ups yesterday when I was at her house. So I want you to go, if you know what you're doing, to go against the wall, if you're able to stand. Otherwise, I will show a seated option of the press-ups, which is also targeting all of our upper body strength. You could place your hands on your thighs, bend the elbows, whether you're seated or standing, chest coming forwards, whole body is in a straight line if you're by the wall. But even if you're seated, think about a straight line from the back of your head down to that lowest level. Inhaling as you bend, exhaling as you push away. We're targeting the upper body muscles. Well done. I can see Sonal Shah, who I met at the Alzheimer's walk last weekend. She's doing press-ups on the floor, which is brilliant, in a box position. I don't show that on this workout, but if you do know how to do press-ups on the floor, and I've got a video that's on my YouTube channel. It's a very short 10-minute upper mobility, upper strength, video that you could check out. There's lots of stuff on YouTube that you can do to progress. But for this workout, I'm now showing you the wall press up. Aim for as many as you can today. Maybe the last few repetitions are starting to feel challenging. That's when you stop before you lose good form and technique. So maybe you've got to 10, you've got to 12, maybe you've only done 5 good ones. Really work it to your level. The progression on the wall is to move your feet further away or to go to a lower surface like your kitchen iron. And yes, when you're tired, you can roll out your wrists, come back to seated. Those of you on Zoom, I can have a look. March it out if you want. And the last exercise in this daily wake-up snack, which I would love you guys to commit. Does anyone think they can commit to these 5 exercises? They can use my book. There's a QR code for this week's homework. Any thumbs up on Zoom? You could literally whiz through these 5 much quicker than how I'm teaching you. Star jumps is the last exercise. So we're going to give ourselves no jumping because it's a low impact workout, but you can really make it work. by giving yourself a clap, alternate legs coming out, bit of coordination. And I really want you to pick up the pace. If you're seated, you can do single leg, or as Mummy demonstrates often, this is her favorite, is a double leg, big. Let's go for about 10 more seconds. Can you all count down with me? So let's count at the same time to keep our brains fit. Well done. You are all stars. 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3. Are you counting? I can't hear you. 2 and 1. Brilliant work. Give yourselves a clap. I can see some of you on Zoom are getting warm, so maybe take off a layer or have a little sip of a drink. You've got your moment here. So this is what I wanted to show you is exercise snacking is so effective. The science is all in the book, explains everything in detail. We could just do this little snack daily and it would be brilliant for your health. So we're going to turn to page 215 now of the book, and you are going to start stepping, seated or standing. I'm going to show you some of these moves. It's called the indoor step snack. So we're going to start. This is like a 10-minute snack, but we're going to do a really quick version of some of the exercises that we can do today. We're going to do heel kicks to start off with. So what I recommend you do is, and I'm going to show a different version for those that are seated. For anyone that's standing, I do recommend you using your chair or your wall for support, because this does take a bit of balance. We're going to lift one leg, and this is a nice easy move. Now, if I was to do it without any, if you can balance and stand well, please go for it. You don't need the wall. This is the nice quicker move. This is going to get your heart rate up. We could even move the arms in. Yep, so we're going side to side. You're going to keep that going. And the other version for anyone that's seated is to do the arms, but to lift the heel upwards, yep? So here you're doing faster leg extensions. I'll show you the seated version from the side. So a bit of coordination. How are we getting on? Let's go. Keep going. You're looking great on Zoom. We are doing quite a little higher intensity, so your heart rate's going to go up. Great for your cardiovascular health. This is one of those cardio snacks. So all the snacks in the book have a little sign on them, whether it's a cardio or a strength or a stretch or a mobility. Let's go for 2 more. 1 and 2. Lovely. How did that feel? Getting your heart rate up. Next one is to walk, jog, or run on the spot. So you can do this. Even it says try simply marching on the spot while sitting on the sofa, going at your own pace. So whatever you can do, whether that's a march, a jog, or even a bit of a run. Well done, everyone. We are going. I'm going to have a quick look on Zoom because you're all doing so well. Oh, brilliant. We've got a lovely lady, Deepa, who is, she's actually running on the spot. Brilliant work.
Recording in progress.
And we've got a few more seated. Super, super work. Let's go for 10 more seconds if we can. 10, 9, 8, are you counting? 7, I'm saying count because then you're challenging your brain to do something while we're exercising. What are we on? 3, 2, and 1. Breathe and relax. The reason I say this is because, as you know, I'm an ambassador for Alzheimer's Society. Exercise and physical activity is one of the best ways to reduce our risks of Alzheimer's and dementia, which are, we have increased risk from even menopause, from your midlife and beyond, for men and women. We're going to do the next one. It says step and touch. So this is a nice one. Bit of coordination. We're going to step from side to side. So just get the feet going. We're stepping side to side. So if you're seated, you can try and do it. You don't have to touch each one, but yeah, it works. There we go. I'm doing the seated version. And then it says reach across with the opposite arm. So we're stepping side to side, and then we're reaching across. Some of you have got it. Yay. I think I got it. Step and touch. So make sure you're stepping. If you don't want to do the arms, if it's difficult, don't worry. This reminds me of a nice 80s aerobic class. Yay, everyone is looking great. I'm going to try the seated version. I'm going to get the feet going and then try and reach across. Opposite arm. Lovely work. Just do what you can. Take a break if you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hey, give yourselves a clap. Let me know, did you like that one? Whenever you watch this on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. Zoom, did you like that one? Good. Some people are, oh, I've got lots, double thumbs up on some of them. Well done. This one is a shuffle step. We're not going to do the jumps because this is a low impact workout. And you're going to step forward and step back. So this is, what we're going to do is we're going to step forward like a box shape, out and forward, and then we're going to move it back if we can. You're going to step forward, big step, and then step it back. If you can't, you could even just do a box shape. So this is another good way to get our steps in. So I used to do workouts for Diabetes UK and for Alzheimer's for all of their fitness walks. I had an indoor step snack for people that may want to just get their steps in, but they couldn't get outdoors. If it was raining, the weather was bad. Same thing if you're seated. We're going to imagine a box shape. So front feet come forward and then back. You can move your arms at the same time. Lovely. How are we getting on with that box shape? I can see lots on Zoom doing it. Yay. Keep it going. Lovely. Shall we do 5 more boxes? So 5 big steps, and you can either do small steps back or a nice big box back. So see your positioning. 2 and 1. Give yourself a little clap. How did you like that one? Good? Lovely. So this one we're going to do, the next one we're actually going to miss one. We're going to do boxing shuffles, which you know I love a bit of boxing. So this is our cardio snack, and this is number 6 on this workout. We're going to use either some very light dumbbells or some really perfect weights, or your tin cans, which I'm going to use. Anything goes from the kitchen. Or you could just use no weight and just use your arms. And we're going to just punch out as fast or as slow as you want. We're going to do a little bit of boxing. So if I was to do this seated, I'm using my feet to get my steps in. But most importantly, I'm getting rid of any tension, any worries, any stress. I want you to really punch all your worries away. Lovely work. Can we keep going? Maybe 10 seconds. If you need to stop and start, we've been doing quite a bit now. Just listen to your body. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Now, I don't want to pick on anyone, but I know Vinu Uncle is using some amazing dumbbells on that boxing. That's very impressive. That's just there to inspire you. I think he's amazing because he's always pushing it and he's always moving throughout every little snack that I do. We're on page 216. This one, we're going to go straight into actually number 8 now. We're going to do the high knees. So it says lift your alternate knees towards your navel, your belly button, and tense your lower abs. So really want you to think about these muscles here. They're quite hard to reach. I'm giving you a bit of a break to bring our heart rates down. So when you're lifting the knee, think about your stomach muscles here working to lift that knee, yeah? And we're going to move fast or slow. It says you can keep it, we're going to keep it low impact. Obviously, we're not jumping in this workout. What I like to do is to give myself a little high five. Again, if you're balancing, make sure you've got the wall if you need support. If you're seated, it's still a good one. You lift your knees nice and high, but if you are able to stand, everyone that I can see on Zoom, if you're able to stand, please stand, because you're going to get more out of it by standing. But if you're not able to stand, stay seated. Give yourself a little high five. Now focus on these lower stomach muscles. Can you lift that knee any higher? Could you maybe go a little bit faster? I'm giving you lots of different ways to progress. Yep. Good. It's your body, your workout. Should we go for 5 more seconds? 4, 3, 2, and 1. How is that? Good work. So over 80 different snacks in this book. We're using a selection each time. The last few workouts I've used a different selection of snacks. This one we're going to do is a wide to a narrow squat step. So it sounds complicated, but what we're going to do is we're going to think about going out wider, and then we're going to come narrow. So we're stepping out wide and narrow. Now it says squat because if you want to challenge yourself, and if you're used to the sit and stands that we do, I want you to go a little bit lower. So rather than standing straight, this is going to be a nice challenge on your leg strength. It's going to really help build our muscle mass as well, using that squat position. You can always come up to standing. And the seated version is just stepping out wide, stepping narrow. So let's go for that coordination now. Keeping our brains fit, maybe going into a nice low squat here, stepping out and in. Good. Have you got it, guys? Well done. Give me some thumbs up if you've got it. I'm making you do more. Yay, concentrate. So I'm going to go nice and low, out and in, nice and wide, making sure my knees are going out in line with my toes. They're not ever coming in, out and in. Oh, if you're doing the squat version, your legs should be burning now. So well done. And if you're doing the seated or easier version, you could go faster. Out and in and relax. Woo, how are we feeling? So the last exercise here is back to our star jumps. So this whole snack, you should be feeling. Are you feeling your mood is lifted? Are you feeling a slight difference to when you started this workout? Can I get some yeses on YouTube, thumbs up, some nods? That is release of the feel-good endorphins, the natural hormones. I talk a lot about this, boosting our mood. And this workout, this snack is great for your heart, your lungs, respiratory system. Your music up on this one. It's back on YouTube when it's saved, and really get into a nice dance snack as well. So star jumps, the last one. I gave you a little breather there. Bring the heart rate down. As you get fitter, you probably need less rest and you'll be able to do the moves a bit quicker. So whoever's ready to start, I want you to do some star jumps again. I say clap so you get a full range of movement in the upper body. So the arms, your shoulders, everything is working. We want to keep our bodies moving, nice and supple, our joints lubricated, our muscles strong. Give yourself a clap. I can't hear you clapping. Good. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9 in your own pace. And 7, 6. Good. 5. I'm trying to show you seat and standing options. 3, 2, and 1. You are all stars. How are we feeling? Are we good? So we're going to go into a nice little bit of, I'm going to have a quick flick at page 169. You can breathe, you can make shoulder circles here, just a little roll out. So we are actually we're going to skip this one because I think we're nice and warm. This was going to be our lower body mobility. but we're going to go straight into page 221, which is our, and I could do lots of snacks, but I'm conscious of time. This is our squat snack. So I did say this is more lower focused. So what I want us to do is, oh yeah, this is good. We are going to try and do, if you've got a band, a resistance band, this is your chance to put it on. This could be used, this is just a resistance band. It's available very cheaply online. Different resistances. You're going to tie it above your knees. If you don't have a band, you could use a pair of old tights, maybe something with a bit of stretch. Or if you don't have that, do not worry. You're going to imagine this resistance. So I'm doing it quite tight, so it's got a bit of tension. You're going to try it out, and you can always adjust your band. And what this is going to do is we're going to do a nice squat walk. So if you've got a bit of space and you're able to stand, I'm going to get you guys going first. I'm going to move to one side. I'm going to bend the knees. And I'm going to lower, like I did just now, in squat steps. You don't have to go super low. I'm not expecting you to be here. Maybe just a little bend so you've got some real strength going on in the legs. You're going to step out, come back to that squat distance, yeah? And then little step out, little step in. So we're moving across, but you're checking each time that you're in that squat position. You're going to do as many as you can depending on how much space you've got. Then you can straighten up, roll your shoulders back, stomach in, go back into that squat and step again. Now can you see that my legs are in this position? I'm back to that same distance with the legs, yeah? So you could go more challenging and go lower. Obviously I try and push it, so I go really nice and low. You're going to feel a bit of a burn. The seated option is to just use a band or no band, stepping out and in, out and in. So you're going to still feel resistance around your thighs. If you get tired standing, try this version. You're going to go out and in. Another version we often do is to push both knees out and in. So if that doesn't work, this is a third option, seated. Squeezing out and in, body nice and straight, back straight, stomach muscles in. Oh, I can see most of you, some of you are still going. Well done, Taruna Auntie. Well done, Aisha Auntie. Super work on Zoom with your cameras on. So well done to those that are going. We're then going to take, what we're going to do is we're going to keep this to number 3 because we're going to keep a band on a little challenge. So this is the option for this side raise. So this is going to target your outer thighs and inner thighs. If you're seated, I want you to try and lift one leg and come out and in. Out and in. If you've got the band on, so I'm keeping the legs straight, I'm going to really start feeling, keep everything nice and straight in terms of your hips, upper body. I'm going out and in. What we're going to hold on to a wall or this chair for a bit of support, and I'm going to balance on one leg and I'm going to go out and in. Now with the band, it's really nice because you control it and squeeze out. So can you all see that? I'm going to do it as if I'm holding on to support. If you need to adjust your band, make it tighter. Mine could do with a bit of tightening out and in. Can you feel that? So anyone that's seated, you are lifting out and in. Really good. Now if you're standing, lean, try and keep the body nice and upright so the movement is high. You could do this lying down, yeah? Shall I quickly show you? I don't usually show lying down in these exercises, but I do want to just give another option. So I'm just going to adjust my YouTube camera slightly. You could have the band on or off. This is on one of my other workouts. You could always do this lying down. Yep, so here, this is a nice option. If anyone wants to quickly try this or do this from home later, this is a really good one. You don't have to be fully supported. You could come all the way down and just place your hand behind your neck, up and down. So we're working inner thighs, outer thighs, your bottom, your glute muscles, and then you would swap over to the other side. Well done. So have a couple of different options there. We're going to take the band off and we are going to do our normal squats. So this time, because we've done quite a few things, but this time if you are able to, I want you to lift some weight. And this over time, as you play this workout back, you can change your weight, progress. So some of you are holding maybe a dumbbell, maybe a water bottle, maybe a laundry bottle, or even a rucksack is perfect for this. If you're not able to stand, remember that our squats, our leg extension option is there. So let's get that nice and straight for YouTube. I just adjusted that camera. Let's get that back on now. Nice and straight. Leg extensions. If you want to challenge it, you could hold a weight out in front while you do the seated option. Or if you're standing with your squats, knees going out in line with your toes, holding a weight. I want you to go slow up and slow down. Squeeze your glutes, keep your stomach muscles in. If you need a rest, please rest. We're doing quite a lot of different exercises today from the book. Exhaling, squeezing up. Inhaling, aim for maybe 10, 12, whatever you can do, even 5, like I said, but good ones where you feel it. And when you feel the last few repetitions are getting difficult, I want you to stop. I don't want your form to go. Keep going. I'm having a look on Zoom. You're doing amazing. Oh, hello, John. Happy Feel Good Friday. Lovely to have you joining on YouTube. Thanks for interacting. This session will be saved on YouTube for everyone. When you're done, I think your legs could do with a little shake out now because we are doing quite a lot of lower body focus. So maybe just even sit and rotate your ankles for a minute, or standing if you want to do a bit of balance. You could always hold on to the chair or the wall, rotate the ankles, and just give that all a little shake out. So this squat stack has 10 different ideas for different squats. I'm just picking a few today. We're going to do, wow, shall we try this? We're going to try and do a few little pulses. So these are a squat where we're just pulsing up and down. Now, I'm going to show a little different version here. Don't expect you to move furniture, but if you've got the back of your chair, I'm just moving it around so I can show you safely. If you've got the back of your chair, that is always quite good support for your squat. So if you want to try this version, or I'm going to just tell you to do leg extensions with a little lift up. I'm going to demonstrate that the seated in it. This is a little pulse where I'm staying low. I'm staying in that lower half of the squat. I'm making sure my knees, I can see my toes, the weight's in my heels, and I'm squatting down and up. Ooh, I can really feel this and coming up. Now make sure your form was perfect. If you wanted to progress, this is the version without the chair where I'm keeping my body upright and I'm just adding in maybe 2 or 3 pulses, and then I come up, maybe add in a normal sit and stand and just ease out. The seated option I'm going to show you is to pulse out this leg extension. So you're going to lift and pulse. Pulse the leg, so lifting up and down. You're going to really feel this. The straighter the legs, the more my foot is flexed towards me. In fact, everyone standing, when you're done with those pulses, because they were hard, you can try this. This is a really good one. I actually quite like this. We're going to use this maybe in a future workout. A nice straight leg, lifting up and down. Can you try that? Use your stomach muscles again. Back straight, shoulder reset. So our desk reset snack from the book. You know, that's always there with me. If you don't know that one, check that out. But that's always our posture is good. Woo! Pulsing out the leg. Can you feel that? Give your legs a rub, a little high five. Good. My mum is giving me a nice thumbs up, so that means she's feeling it, which is great. We could do one more, but this is, again, quite a tough one. So I'm going to give you a few options here. It's called a wall sit. Now, I want you to watch me before anyone tries this. This is the most advanced option. I don't often show this, but this is a great isometric exercise, and it really is proven to reduce blood pressure. So I don't expect you to sit for long, but you would go against the wall. This is quite advanced. You would come gently down until your legs and your knees and your hips are at 90 degrees. My feet are about hip width apart, and I just stay at the wall. This is very careful I want you to be, to push up and come away. That is the very advanced version. You may hold for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. You build up. The version I would like to try is the back of the chair, everyone that can stand. And we're going to just go down and we're going to hold here. Maybe lift the arms. We're going to hold for maybe 10 seconds. Can we try that? Now make sure knees are in the same direction as your toes. I can see my toes. So my knees are not forward because that's going to be a lot of pressure on the knees. My knees are back. They're going out. My body's upright. I'm holding the chair, or I'm going to let go and hold for 3, 2, 1. Woo! Squeeze up. Shake it out. If it doesn't feel good, just do your normal leg extensions or sit and stand. And then this version is the one Mummy does. So she sits, I think, quite far back and lifts both legs out. And we're going to hold, maybe for 10 seconds. So, have you picked your option? Did you try them out? It's quite advanced. Let me know which one you do. You can type it into YouTube after if you're on Zoom. The wall sit, maybe 10 seconds. Otherwise, back of the chair, you're going to hold and support and hold. You don't have to go low. You could even be higher. I like to go nice and low because I'm, progressed. I've been squatting for 10 years and my legs can take this. It's quite advanced. Or we're going to hold out the legs for 10 seconds seated. Shall we give it a go? Whichever one, by the wall or there. We're going to go for 10. If you might be holding your legs out in front of you on the chair. 9, 8, 7. I'm going to show you the other option. 6, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Super work. Give yourselves a clap. Isometric exercises are proven where you're holding like a plank, a wall sit. People say for 2 minutes, they've done some studies, this is a really good way, up to 2 minutes, to reduce your blood pressure. Now, you've got to do that based on your ability, because obviously I have up to the age of 100. I do not expect them to be able to do that, but I'm showing some of you because some of you have been training with me for maybe 3, 4 years, yeah? Put your thumbs up on Zoom if you've been training with me over a year maybe. And I can see even in their 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, some of them. I think Chan Singh is 91. He joined able, so I'm showing you a few ideas to progress, but I do not expect everyone to do this. We're going straight in to our little standing stretch today, but I will show you seat options. It's just called the standing stretch. It's on page 147. Actually, before we do that, we've forgotten one bit of the Feel Good Fitness prescription. Do you know what it is, anyone? The balance snack. Yes? Balance is really important. So we are going to do our 10 seconds, just quick 10 seconds of either balancing, or you can do a seated hold if you want for 10 seconds. Your leg gonna feel this workout before we stretch. But 10 seconds, as you know from the book, is a great indicator of a prediction of your life, basically, how long you're going to be able to live, because a lot of science has different targets for each age group in the book. So we're going to try and balance either with the support or without, core tight, maybe even going into a tree pose if any of you are yogis out there. Whatever you can do. 10, lovely. 9, video uncle, your inspiration. He's doing a full tree pose. 6, 5, do what you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. We only did 10 seconds. You could go for longer, but I want you to practice these daily, yep? Balance is to reduce our risks of falls. So I'm sorry if some of you started a bit late there, but just try it out, make up this time. I'm giving you a few seconds. Other side, you could just balance. You know I brush my teeth and I do it on one leg with the sink as support. So that's your idea to get your balance snack into your daily habits. 10, good. 9, seated leg extension is fine. 7, 6, focus on a point, core is tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Now I don't expect everyone to do balance unaided. When you're holding on, I'm just going to quickly tell you before you take a seat, you could tell your loved ones if they can't balance but they can stand to hold to support, but you slowly maybe move from a whole hand supporting the chair to maybe just one finger. Yep, so that could be the progression. We don't all have the same skills at this, but it's trying to maintain our independence for as long as possible. We're going to do our standing stretch on page 147 of the Feel Good Fix. So if you've got the book, this one is a lovely one. And we can do this against the wall, but I'll also show you just a nice seated idea of a stretch. So if you have got a wall near you, you're going to take a nice long stride. So you're going to step one leg really far back, and it's a nice long stride. So if you're able to stand, I'd love you all to do this. You're then going to lunge a little bit into that front leg. Bend it slightly, but the knee is protected. It's a long stride. I can see my toes, and I'm pushing back heel down. Really lovely stretch. I can feel all the way down the leg. Yep, now the seated version is the one we do usually where we have the leg out in front. We lift the arms up and we're going to come forward. So we can do both if you want, or you can practice the new one. I'm just showing you something new. You hold your toes, your shins, even your upper thigh, bringing your chest forward and lengthening out the body, whatever works for you. I want you to hold. I want you to breathe into it. Yep. 3 deep breaths. Bringing the heart rate down, really holding on, increasing flexibility, reducing risks of injury. That's why we're stretching, yeah? That's my main reason in sorts of virtual workouts. I don't want anyone to get injured. If you haven't changed legs, either the seated stretch, or like some of you have done, you're going to switch legs, and then the other leg is now really pushing that back heel down in the ground. You can even come onto your forearms if you're by the wall, yeah? This is such a lovely stretch. You relax your shoulders, you breathe, you stretch your back. If anyone is seated, are you still stretching? Let's hold for 2 deep breaths. Last one, bit of self-care and a good release. So that's a couple of options. This is the perfect stretch from the book, the standing stretch snack to do after a walk or a run. I say do it outside your front door before you even go in the house. Hopefully Sonal did the Alzheimer's walk. Hopefully Sonal stretched afterwards. But these are perfect ideas. the wide leg forward fold. We're going to do this seated or standing. So we're going to have our legs coming nice and wide. So if you're seated, I'm going to show you. You're just going to have your legs wide. You're going to lift up and we're going to come forward and relax our head. The blood flow to your brain. It's a bit of a forward fold. If you're standing, the same thing. Lifting up, wide, straight legs. Relax down and just let your head, neck and shoulders just go. Maybe even rocking side to side if that feels good. You don't have to stay here long. When you're ready, engage your stomach muscles, roll up, but otherwise stay with me. This is really nice release. And the wider the legs are, the more I feel it in my inner thighs. We've worked a lot of leg muscles. When you're ready, take a breath in. Exhale, engage your stomach muscles and slowly, slowly, slowly unravel the spine. Back up to seated or standing. You're going to give yourself a little stretch. I'm just adding this in, but place your hands in the middle of your back. You can have your feet in now. Middle of your back, your elbows are coming back. We're opening out our chest. We really need this. We did throw in, a few different moves. We did quite a lot of cardio today as well as lower strength. So I hope you can feel it, but release everything out. And then what is the final stretch of our standing stretch is on page 100 and, we got, this is a nice one. So with the quad stretch, this is a good one to try, a new one that I'm showing. If you have support, and I want you to be very easy on your knees here, you're going to keep your knees together and you're going to lift one foot off the ground. You're going to try and hold on. I'm going to show you the seated version, do not worry. If you're standing, your body nice and straight, so your hips are level, slowly bending that foot towards my glute. You could just be here, but try and keep the knees parallel. So my knees are kind of together and I'm pushing back. That's quite a hard one for your quads, yeah? But it's a great stretch. If you can do this, this is slightly different. This is just an easier version of just hugging one knee in and maybe rotate your ankle. So I'm giving you two different stretches here for your quadriceps, yeah? Now there is a way to do the quad stretch lying down. I know I've started showing you a few different options, but I just want to show this one because sometimes this is a bit easier and you maybe try this after the workout. So you can lie on your belly and place your head on your hands, and then you can reach back. You can bend one leg and reach back to see if you can hold on to your toe or your heels. Yep. This is a lovely stretch. I'm really encouraging my hips to stay down into the ground, and I'm still feeling that lovely stretch on the front of my thighs. You don't have to go and push your heel all the way back to your bottom. Just do what you can and release, yeah? But hold it if you can. So that's a nice option. If you can do the other side now. So again, I am going to show you as if I'm holding on to support. I'm going to literally try and bring the knees standing. It's quite a tough one. Or you can do it lying down so that heel is coming towards my glute. Do you feel it in the front of your hips, the front of your thigh? If you're not able to do either of those, hugging it in and releasing it off. It's just I wanted to show you quite a deep quad stretch because we've done a lot with our quadriceps today. We are going to do one last one. So yeah, this is the one we're going to do our glute crossover. If you can, you're going to put your foot on the opposite knee. This could be hard enough. Just to get here, opening out the hips. Again, if you can't do this one, feel free to do one of the stretches we did already. And you could maybe, if you're doing this one, you could try and start pushing out that knee. Lovely work. Holding. You could even come forwards with the chest. Do you feel that around your hips, your glutes? The longer you hold the stretches, actually, the more effective they are. Release it off. And then when you're ready, changing sides. I like to hold my stretches 20 to 30 seconds at least, but it can sound a bit daunting. So focusing on 5 or 6 deep breaths is a lovely way, again, to relax the body and mind, recover from the workout. Have a moment of self-care, of really thanking our amazing bodies, and relax. We are done now, guys. We're going to do our feel-good finish. Seated or standing. I'll show you the standing, but you can stay seated. A nice big positive inhale, lifting the arms up, breathing in positivity, then bringing the arms back down, releasing any tension, negativity, stress. One final big positive inhale. Hands this time meet at the top together. Bring that positivity down to your heart center. Close your eyes or just give yourself a moment to say thank you to your amazing body. Thank you all for joining me. I have one request. Please share my workout so that I can help as many people as possible. Tell a friend. Tell them about my YouTube channel where they're all safe. Tell them to join us on Fridays live as well as can. That's my goal, is to help as many people as I possibly can. And if you haven't got the book, obviously, hope you can grab a copy. Do leave me an Amazon review. That really, really helps. If you can just write down a few words. I know some of you have already on Zoom, but that really helps to just see if you've enjoyed it and recommend others to it. Thank you so much for joining on YouTube. I'm going to say goodbye, save this session, and say hello to all my Zoom participants. Wow, we've done over an hour today, guys. You're amazing. Well done to everyone.